Renee was a mother, and that really resonated with a lot of us.
Tonight on DC News Now, mourning the death of a Minnesota woman shot and killed by ICE. The growing pushback against immigration enforcement as we learn of 2 more people shot by federal agents in Portland.
Plus, a Maryland mother back home with her family. She spent the holidays in ICE custody.
She was born in America. She took her first steps on American soil. She spoke her first words in America.
Her attorneys say she's a U.S. citizen who was wrongly detained.
We're tracking our next round of rain as mild temperatures do hold on just a little bit longer. Latest details coming up.
I let them know that it's basically okay not to be okay.
Tragedy in the district. How a DC police officer and longtime football coach killed in a traffic crash is being remembered.
Surprise vote in the House, with Republicans helping Democrats to pass a bill to continue funding health care subsidies. But it faces an uphill battle in the Senate.
We begin with breaking news. Another violent exchange. This time, federal immigration agents in Portland, Oregon have shot 2 people. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. The mayor says a man and a woman have been rushed to the hospital. And the mayor also railing against the Trump administration's immigration crackdown, saying Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents and demanding an end to all ICE operations in the city. Homeland Security officials are saying that it was Border Patrol agents doing targeted traffic stops who shot the 2 people, calling them undocumented gang members who tried to run over the officers. Now, that shooting, of course, coming just a day after an ICE agent shot and killed a mother of 3 in Minneapolis, where local leaders have such growing frustration and anger.
Well, the Trump administration calls that deadly encounter self-defense. And tonight in D.C., protests and vigils in response to the shooting. Neighbors coming together to honor that Minnesota woman's life and speaking out against ICE. D.C. News Now's Yamari Sisay joining us live tonight in Petworth.
And Yamari, what was the atmosphere like there at the vigil? It was 1,000 miles away from where Renee Good was killed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, tonight you can really feel the heaviness as many people gathered for the vigil, and also on U Street, many people speaking out and rallying against ICE being in their neighborhoods. Now, many people do tell me that it hit closest to home because Renee was also a mother, and many of them are mothers as well, and she left behind 3 children because of this incident. Now, tonight they say that they want ICE out of their neighborhoods.
ICE has been terrorizing our communities.
I want people to know that we are in community with each other and that there's people here and everywhere who are fighting back.
The Petworth community coming together for a candlelight vigil honoring 37-year-old Renee Good. Good was shot and killed by an ICE agent during a federal operation in Minnesota yesterday.
I was horrified. It showed me again that ICE should not be present in our city.
Good was a U.S. citizen, born in Colorado, and a mother of 3. Department of Homeland Security alleges Good attempted to run over ICE agents with her car after they approached her and ordered her to get out the vehicle.
Individuals use their vehicles to try to ram our law enforcement and to put their lives in jeopardy. That law enforcement officer has to make a decision.
To have ICE blatantly murder someone just adds to the horror that all of these communities are going through.
But many community members are questioning what happened and say the use of deadly force was not justified.
It could have been any one of us where a trigger-happy ICE agent just went too far.
And just a few miles away on U Street, hundreds more gathered, protesting, calling for accountability. ICE out now! DC Council member Christina Henderson says this incident is having a ripple effect nationwide.
Across the country, everyone is going to sort of be on edge, especially since you have ICE and DHS basically telling Americans to reject what they saw with their own eyes.
Now, this shooting is under investigation, but many protesters do say that they're going to continue to fight for transparency and accountability. For now, reporting in Northwest, I'm Yamari Sisay, DC News Now.
Yamari, thank you. A Maryland mother forced to spend the holidays away from her family in ICE custody is finally home.
Her attorneys say she was wrongly detained despite medical records showing she was actually born in Laurel. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us here live in studio.
All right, Daniel. So she's home, but her attorneys saying that this case is far from over. How come?
Yeah, it's not far. It is far from over, Susan and Chris, because the Department of Homeland Security still has not dropped the case against 22-year-old Dulce Consuelo Diaz Morales. They did release her, but her attorneys say she still faces the threat of deportation. Dulce Consuelo Diaz Morales is back home after being detained by ICE for 25 days. In December, she was riding in a car leaving a Taco Bell near Baltimore.
It looked like 4 unmarked cars pulling up on 3 young women and one screaming as they see their sister taken away. She was born here. She was born here.
Her attorney, Zach Perez, says it took 10 days to get a confidential phone call with her, long after submitting proof she was born here, and she was transferred 5 times between facilities.
She went from Maryland to Louisiana to Texas before being sent to New Jersey. And we were always learning about this after the fact, usually secondhand.
Homeland Security said previously she's an illegal alien from Mexico, that she entered the U.S. 2 years ago saying she was a citizen of Mexico. Perez says she did live in Mexico a majority of her life, but moved to Maryland because of an emergency. He worries this case could set a precedent after the extensive documentation they gathered.
Getting medical affidavits, immunization records, footprints from when Dulce was a baby. I mean, having to carry around or be responsible for such a hefty amount of documentation, that is terrifying to think about.
He says there's still so much uncertainty.
It's very, very hard to just go about and try to make progress in your life or in your case when you're dealing with that stress.
Diaz Morales remains under ICE supervision. Perez says they haven't been given any guarantee she won't be removed or taken into custody. Live in the studio, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much.
All right, let's check in now. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer. And Jackie, we're approaching the weekend, and the temps staying pretty warm out there, not bad.
Yeah, still remaining pretty mild over the next couple of days. But yes, we're tracking our next best chance for some wet weather too to round out the work week. So everyone needs to make sure that they have the rain gear on hand, especially later on tomorrow afternoon and evening. It's that system that's back out towards our west. Some of those showers trying to clip westernmost parts of Maryland right now as we speak. But otherwise, we have high pressure just off towards our east. That kept us pretty dry and quiet out there today. Also allowed for a little bit more of that sunshine that we had earlier in the day. But now we're tracking more of those clouds building in. Those current temperatures are into those upper 30s to low to mid 40s. We're into those middle 40s in D.C. Up towards Hagerstown, 30s. Down towards Manassas, Culpeper, Luray coming in at 36 degrees. But yes, we do have those rain chances increasing, not only for the day tomorrow, but certainly very likely out there on Saturday. So heads up for your Saturday plan, especially in the morning hours. That's where we're tracking much of that soaking rainfall continuing to move its way across the region. But as we look towards early Sunday, a few of those showers could linger at least early on in the morning, and then we should be drying things out. But it's going to trend much colder out there for the second half of the weekend in the wake of this upcoming system. So I'll go over those details and I'll look ahead towards the rest of that 7-day forecast coming up.
Jackie, thank you. Now to the heartbreaking tragedy being felt all across the district. D.C. Officer Terry Bennett was injured days before Christmas when he was helping a stranded driver. A speeding car accused of hitting Officer Bennett there on 695 East, and he has since died from his injuries. That happened yesterday. Hundreds of officers, federal agents, National Guard troops, all lining 3rd Street in front of the Capitol building for this procession that was really honoring his life and service. Fellow officers were seen visibly emotional as his body was being escorted from MedStar Washington Hospital over to the chief medical examiner's office. Officer Bennett was born and raised in D.C. and also served as a football coach at his old high school. DC News Now's Randy Bass will have much more from his team. That's coming up in our next half hour.
Meanwhile, Bennett's death is putting a spotlight on highway safety, both for officers and drivers. Community members have started a petition calling on the city to make roadway improvements. They include adding emergency pull-off lanes on interstates 695, 295, and 395. According to data from DDOT, 130 people have died in traffic crashes on D.C. roads since 2023.
I wish I could tell you we could avoid traffic crashes. I can't talk about the investigation right now, but MPD is investigating those circumstances.
Police say the driver who hit Officer Bennett did stop at the scene. At this point, no charges have been filed.
Police departments all across the country and the DMV sending their condolences. In Maryland, Prince George's County Police posting on social media, he died in service of another and will forever be remembered. Over in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County officers writing in part, "Our hearts are with his family, loved ones, and fellow officers. May his dedication to service and sacrifice never be forgotten." And you can read more about Officer Bennett's life and legacy. It's all on our webpage, dcnewsnow.com.
We have new details tonight on a house fire in Beltsville, Maryland. A family unable to return home. That home severely damaged. You can see here the aftermath and just the charred siding here. This happened on Daisy Creek Terrace around 6:30 last night. 8 adults and 3 kids live here. Neighbors now pitching in to help out this family.
It's sad. We also gave them the food because they said that there is nothing to eat, nothing to wear. So yeah, we got some food for the family, like a meal, so that they can feel good, they can feel at ease. And yeah, obviously trouble happened. That's what our humanity is. You just take care of each other.
Fire officials say the family was not injured, but 2 firefighters were taken to the hospital for evaluation. No word yet on what caused this fire.
And now to a fire in Northern Virginia at a rehab center. It sends 3 people to the hospital. Loudoun County firefighters saying that crews arrived there at the Potomac Falls Health and Rehab Center this morning, where they found a fire in a patient's room on the 2nd floor and smoke just filling the halls there. Officials saying that medics, they evaluated 11 people. 3 were rushed to the hospital and 1 was later taken to a burn center. Firefighters believe it was an electrical issue in an HVAC unit that started the fire.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Virginia State Senator Adam Ebbin resigning to join Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger's administration. There will now be a special election, but the date has not yet been set. Ebbin will serve as senior advisor at the Virginia Cannabis Control Authority. His last day as state senator will be February 18th.
A new plan of attack on the district's rat problems. Council members with a proposal calling for this coordinated action to control the rapidly rising population of rodents, as we're seeing in these gross images. The bill requires DC Health to create a public website where people can check on the rat population, see where there are requests and treatments for service, as well as break it all down for each ward. If passed, the dashboard would need to be up and running next January, and by the following March, DC Health would need to have a comprehensive plan to get rid of the rats. Let's talk about these spring-like temps, because that's way better than rats. It has us dreaming of baseball.
It certainly does. The Nationals are releasing their promotional schedule for the upcoming season. Fans can get some pretty cool merch, especially on this vintage batting practice pullover, or how about a City Connect hockey jersey? There's also bobblehead giveaways throughout the season. And during the Beltway series against the Orioles, look at this. Fans can get a special bad day to be a hot dog hat. Gotta love this. And also a novelty sliding mitt.
That is very cool as well. Now take a look at the sunken emotions from Ravens kicker when he missed that field goal, turning it into this huge win for so many families in the district. In the final seconds of Sunday's game against the Steelers, Tyler Loop, who was nearly perfect all season long, went wide right, ending the Baltimore's season. The images of the rookie you can see here, standing heartbroken, resonating with Pittsburgh fans. They've since donated more than $40,000, all in Loop's name, to the John S. Mulholland Family Foundation. It is Loop's favorite local charity, and it runs 11 food pantries feeding thousands of families in need.